Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at Endling Extinction is Forever on a PC. The game was developed by Hero Beat Studios and was published by Handy Games. The game is all about a mother fox who must protect her young from the cruelty of the world and the people that reside within it. Here's a review with the details. We're set in a horrible future where the world has become a much harsher and crueler place. Humans have run land thanks to landfills, human waste that keeps on piling up, nuclear power stations, radiation, rubbish and more. Our story is about the last mother fox on Earth and her cubs. One of her cubs gets kidnapped, and from here on the story will be about you tracking them down whilst trying to keep everyone else and yourself alive. I'm going to warn you right now, this story is incredibly powerful and has some really horrific and upsetting scenes in it. The story is a lot like that of the Shelter series, but in Endling, it's being much more serious in its message. Our characters are our mother fox and her children, and whilst none of them speak or anything like that, you really do grow very deeply attached to them very quickly. The way that the cubs act as if there's nothing wrong in the world and that they just want to play, whilst you, the mother fox, have to keep a constant and vigilant watch on them, it's just one of the many ways that the developers did an amazing job of showing emotions without saying words. Endling's gameplay works on a 2.5D platform with many different layers. It's a platformer for the most part, but because of how exploration and movement works, it feels a lot more 3D than what it actually is. You'll be travelling with your cubs and hunting to keep them fed, using stealth to avoid humans, sniffing scents to try and track down your missing cub, and generally just trying to survive as you see the world around you be destroyed. I genuinely don't think anything that I can say can really do the graphics praise and recognition that they deserve. They truly are a wonder to look at and how everything has come together to give this game life. It's very impactful how the graphics actually show you the pollution and devastation that humans cause in this game. Some scenes really do hit home and can be quite upsetting when you see them, because you know that they are actually being honest about the things that you're seeing. The game's locations will change a fair bit as you travel with your cubs. One area could be an old abandoned factory with empty buildings and waste everywhere. Another location will be the woods where you need to keep quiet as hunters will be chasing you. Next you're swimming through a polluted river, and then you're going through the remnants of what was old buildings and cities. There's a lot of different areas in the game, and they all do a painfully beautiful job of showing you just how bad the future has become. If you're looking at Endling Extinction is Forever and are on the fence about it, then I'll lay out the pros and cons in simple terms. The pros are that the game has an extremely beautiful and powerful story to tell. The game's story and its characters will tug at your heartstrings. The game, while short, will be one of those games that does actually stay with you and that many years later down the line you will think about. Its graphics are gorgeous and its gameplay will have you on high alert. The cons are that some of the scenes are a bit upsetting. It will make you cry or bring you close to tears. The game is only about 5 to 8 hours long depending on how you're doing, and also if you're planning to do a single playthrough. I've heard that there's multiple endings depending on how many of your cubs survive, but honestly I don't think my heart could take doing that again after everything that I went through in the first playthrough. I do highly recommend Endling Extinction is Forever, even though it is a bit pricey and short for what it is. It is a lot like these Shelter games, but it's a lot more adult in its message and its storytelling. And even though some of the scenes in the game did upset me a bit, I am glad that I took this adventure with the mother fox and her cubs, because this really is a game that deserves all the praise and recognition that it should get. This is an indie developer game that deserves your time and effort. Well, that's it for this review guys. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and please subscribe.